Well, let's see, put on the spot. I think you already did the exit from the shelter. You talked about it back there, showed the people, very nice people, enjoyed that stay. We're now trying to figure out what we're going to do next. We're not at all opposed to glamping and drawing this out. Otherwise, we'll have to go back to adult life at some point. So we have a choice. We can go about a whopping 4 miles to the next shelter, and we're going to try and get cell phone service to see what our next steps are. One of the things we want to do is go to a restaurant and hotel nearby. It's a 10-mile walk, but it's Friday, so the weekends are the busy time here, so we're not really sure what's going on. We could just go to the restaurant and then walk by to the next shelter, which is about 15 miles, but we're not really feeling all that motivated, even though the weather's gorgeous. So, I don't know, maybe we'll just park 4 miles and wait until we can get in, or at 4 miles we could walk to Loft Mountain, or not Loft, what was the name of that place?
Skyland.
Skyland Resort, yeah. So
Yeah.
we could walk and eat at a more reasonable time with a 4-mile head start, and then it's only about 11 miles to the next shelter. Or we stay there, or who knows.
Yeah, so right now we're not sure what we're doing. So
Yeah.
we'll let you know where we end up and if we see anything along the way. And I don't know if I mentioned it already, but yesterday we saw our first black bear, ever on the East Coast.
On the East Coast.
Yeah, that was so exciting.
Seen several on the West Coast, but
Yeah.
all this time and not a single bear.
Yeah, couldn't get it on video though, too fast.
Yeah, and turkeys.
Oh, and that's right, we did see wild turkeys too. So hopefully we'll see
also
more.
very fast.
Mm-hmm. See you on the trail.
All right.
This is looking down at the parking lot. We crossed that road down there, and we've been hiking through the chamois that direction.
Another view going off to the shelter. It's still looking down towards Luray. I don't know if you can see it, but right about over here, there's a lake, or maybe a bit of a river, maybe even a pond. I don't know.
Another view of Luray.
About 0.4 from the shelter.
Oh, just beautiful butterfly. Look at those colors. We just stopped at Bird's Nest number 3 shelter, and this one is right off the trail. We didn't have to do any side trails to get to it, and this one's got this huge fireplace in it. It's beautiful, and they got a mantle, and then this nice platform. We threw our packs down. Paul went down to get some water. This water about 0.3 miles away. But they got these pegs up along here to hang your packs. Yeah, it looks really clean and nice. But we're gonna look for a tent pad. They've got the bear pole right here outside the hut, and then there's a picnic table. They do have a bear box. I think I found it over on this side of the shelter. Yeah, there it is out there, is the bear box. And these, I'm not quite sure, it looks like an old fireplace. I'm not quite sure, and this looks like maybe it was it's an old water fountain. Huh, interesting. They must have pulled that from the spring or something, I'm not quite sure. But yeah, it's not in use anymore. Anyway, this is a look at the back of the hut. And then they have another bear pole right here. And a lady told me we can tent out here, but you know the tent's kind of circling the bear pole, so you usually want to not be so close to the food hanging places. So we're gonna check it out and see if there's anything here. We're just gonna make it an early day. You know, my feet are tired and we thought we wouldn't kill ourselves. We had a choice to do 4.4 miles or the next shelter was 15. And there's a food place between called Skyland Resort, and we were of course going to eat there. And you know what happened last time, we'd be suffering going out again to finish the hike up to the other hut. So we decided to call this one a short day. This one looks like a good camp spot. We might take this. It's the only flat one around. We're gonna call it a short day, and then tomorrow when we hike to Skyland, we will eat lunch and try not to overdo it, and then hike to the next shelter, which I think will make it an 11-mile day.
Hiked down a long way to get to it. Somebody's done some work on this. Look at this spring. Really nice spring.
Down here they've got their privy. It's not far from the shelter. And a lot of bees down here. It's interesting. Let's see. I've seen a lot of day hikers using this because it's right on the trail. But boy, these stairs are a little rickety. But let's have a look inside. See what we think. Well, this doesn't look too bad. I think because it's so close to the trail and the forest road, again, they're maintaining it pretty well. Doesn't look like too many bugs in here, and they've got the wood chips right there, the shavings. So, and it doesn't stink. I'm surprised, it's nice. I'll probably give this maybe a 6. Let's go ahead and look that back up. So from the privy, it's right next to the shelter, which is right on the trail. This is the Appalachian Trail right here, and you go off the left out there, and it's going southbound, and then this is right into the shelter where Paul's having his lunch.